Fiora. This matchup was requested a lot and I honestly don't think this matchup is too hard at all. I'm gonna show you what you want to avoid and how you want to play versus Fiora, since there isn't that much to talk about. I've played some custom games with a Master Tier X Challenger Fiora main and he told me that Fiora is weaker than Jayce early to mid game, which is true. I also asked around the subreddit of Jayce and Fiora mains for further information, but I haven't really gotten any new info, which feels bad, man, but there isn't that much anyway, So boys, it's pretty easy, don't get stunned and you win the lane. But there's a bit more to that, which I'm gonna show now. But first, my runes and masteries. I run a flat AD rune page for extra early game damage, and I run Thunderlord since you wanna have short trades with Fiora and back out. For my starter item, I always go for Doran's Blade since it's really strong early game and it helps in all-in fights. For my early game build, I rush Phage and then go for Humus. At this point you can build anything that the situation requires. I think that rushing here versus Fiora is one of the main reasons people get fucked. You have to play aggressive as fuck. Every time she goes for a minion, try to auto-attack her or try to Q her. It's pretty easy to get free Qs off this way. If she overextends, switch to melee form and go for a quick trade with your Thunderlord proc and your passive proc. You should never let her poke you for free. Here I overextend with my melee form and she gets a free passive proc off me, which is not good. If she does waste her riposte, just go for a quick melee trade and she can't really retaliate. Towards mid game, if you trade with her and she gets to proc 2 vitals of you, she's almost always going to win the trade. Now imagine if she would have blocked my E and stunned me, I would have been dead. You can predict where she's gonna engage you from depending on your vital spots and embrace her with a shock gate combo to her face. You can do the same as well in melee form. If I would have flashed behind her to knock her back, I would have killed her 100%. Instead, I do this boosted piece of shit play. You can try to go for a level 2 all-in versus a Fiora who started with Corruption Potion. She procced 4 vitals, but I still won the fight. There's a bug which says invalid target selected, select valid target, which is bullshit unless Fiora is intended to be untargetable after her W, which again would be bullshit. Now late game you just have to accept that Fiora shits all over Jayce because of her scaling, but if you play your cards right and pressure her enough, you can delay her late game by a ton.